Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 87, and today we're returning with two big games of our Lions, both at the Den, as they take on Atletico Madrid in the second leg of our first knockout round tie in the Champions League, and then play host to league leaders Manchester City in a big battle in the top four in the Premier League. Before we play the games, though, Cheryl Mill will be getting on off camera. Just a one game off camera after the last episode, where of course you saw our defeat away in Spain against Atletico Madrid in the first leg by 3-2, and of course our 1-0 victory back at the Den, the first game back at the Den this season after the stadium upgrade, with a 30,000 sellout watching us win by 1-0. Just by the way, I'll include like a screenshot or something right now and just show you a look at the Den as well, what it looks like now. Obviously in the last episode I mentioned that we don't have the corners filled in like I thought we would, and basically all four of our stands have now got 3 tiers, so that's how it's improved, that's how it's increased. But it's just such a peculiar way of doing it, isn't it? You would have thought that, you know, logistically speaking, the right thing to do would be to fill in the corners first, then, you know, increase the tiers. But that's how it looks now anyway, and we won the game by 1-0 regardless. But last game was off camera. It was 2-1 defeat away against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in a really big battle in the Premier League, and we lost the game by 2-1. Moise Keane gave Chelsea the lead 27 minutes in before Benker equalised just before the break. Benker's goal was really nice as well. I think 8 or possibly 9 of the players on the pitch for Millwall got a touch and got involved in the goal as Benker wrapped it off, getting on the end of a Kabaki cross. He's been amazing this season, Kabaki, as he got us back on no terms. But Keane did score a late goal with 11 minutes to go. I thought it was going to be a Petkovic own goal. I thought it had hit the bar, then Petkovic went in, but Keane claimed it as Moise Keane got the goal there, bagged his brace and helped Chelsea get a big 3 points, which is why in the Premier League right now, as you can see, Manchester United have been knocked off top spot for the first time in God knows how long. They lost to Manchester City in the Manchester derby, and because of that, the boys from the Etihad Stadium now lead the way in the Premier League by a single point. We're 5 points behind Manchester United and 6 points behind City now, who are top of the table. It's so tight though. It's really, really tight. You put your money on one of the Manchester clubs winning the title, but really, you can't rule us out, you can't rule Spurs out, you can't rule Chelsea out, you can't even rule Arsenal out completely with 9 games to go. There's still a chance for any of these top 6 to be crowned champions right now. It's crazy, and after that defeat to Chelsea, you're only 2 points clear of them in the top 4 as well. It's a crazy top 6 right now. Who is your money on to win the title? Who's going to miss out the top 4? It's unbelievable. It's been a crazy, crazy season. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you heading into the game today. So let's dive straight into the first one. It is indeed Atletico Madrid in the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round, losing the first leg 3-2, but positives to take back to the Den here after scoring the away goal in Spain. So 4-2, 3-1 for the game as always. Right now, no one is injured, just for Czech, who is ineligible, and this is our lineup. We've got Rulli in goal, back for retirement, Mauri, Ferencvac and Brie, with Dobby and McKennie as CMs. The attacking midfield trio is Webster on the right, O'Reilly the advanced playmaker, and Mendy, who of course played brilliantly in Spain, got a goal and an assist, will start on the left-hand side, with Luiz dropped to the bench as Benker leads the line. And on that subs bench, Petkovic, Daniel, Pingu, Paolo, Luiz, Marek, and Kabaki as well. So yeah, first game today, it's Atletico Madrid. It's the Den. This is Craven Cottage there. It should be the Den. Let's get the win. Come on, you Lions. No, it is Craven Cottage. It is Craven Cottage. Why is that? Why is that? Maybe we don't move back in European games, but maybe we only move back to the Den domestically. I'm not entirely sure. So we're at Craven Cottage then, as we take on Atletico Madrid. And yeah, so that's strange. It must be a European rule. That must be it. I don't know if anyone's more clued up on this than me, when I imagine most of you are, then you can let me know if we have been prevented from moving back to the Den for the European games. But I guess we'll see what happens on the weekend. If we play against City at the Den, then we'll know it's just a European thing. That's a shame, because I was hoping that this would be the first Champions League game at the Den in Millwall history. Sadly not, but anyway, I won't mind where we get the win, as long as we do get it tonight, because we're still tied at 0-0, past the half an hour mark, and yet to create a chance yet. But here is the first highlight, and again, we need to score tonight, due to trailing 3-2 on aggregate, but if we do score, our visitors must score as well. So that's why I'm not too pessimistic getting to the tie. We might be underdogs. We can pull this off, lads, as Webster hits the post there from across, and Atletico will clear it. So I'm feeling confident. I feel we can score tonight. Come on. But I also know that our visitors can definitely score themselves after they scored 3 in Madrid. That free kick over the bar. But that'll do it for the first half. Still tied at 0-0. Not too much to report. Stats right now suggest it's pretty much even. And as the second half's about to get underway, well, it's now or never really, 45 minutes to go, and we need to get a goal. So I'm going to say to the boys assertively, I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened to when we last played Atletico Madrid. Go out there and express yourselves. We've motivated a few players. Now, I'll tell the boys I'm disappointed individually as well. This is normally my strategy at half-time team talks, and let's see if it comes good. Second half to come, can we get that goal to get in front? I always think that's the best way to do it as well. Collectively addressing your squad in a more of a positive way, and then criticising them individually to try and motivate them. But anyway, second half begins here, 5 minutes after the restart, and the first highlight comes here with Josh Timon on the ball, going down left-hand side. Nice work by the left-back, beats one, beats two, crosses, and Benker turns it in, and there is the goal to put us in front tonight. Wonderful work by Josh down the left-hand side, crosses it across the ground, and Julian Benker with the goal. He's had a couple of injuries this season, but every time he's come back, he's not showed a single sign of rustiness, just does what he does best. That's put the ball in the back of the net. Benker to finish, 1-0 Millwall, get in. Atletico Madrid now must score, as we said. That's why I was feeling, not exactly confident heading into the leg tonight, but optimistic. And as Menji finds Benker, another chance here. Julian tries to beat his man. He does. He keeps on going. Great solo run, and Matt O'Reilly arriving, turns it in, and it's 2 goals in 8 minutes as we go in front, not just on the night, but over 2 legs as well. Wonderful work by Julian Benker. First got the goal, now turns provider as Matt O'Reilly puts us 2 goals up. He doesn't play that much in the Premier League. He's more of a squad player nowadays, but in the Cups and in Europe, he rarely lets us down. 2-0, get in, Matt. Can't rule out Atletico Madrid and get back in the game though. They now must score 2 goals tonight, but they're certainly capable of doing that as that shot goes just wide of the post. Now we've got to be tight defensively. We've got the goals we needed. We got the goals we wanted away from home. Now let's stick tight defensively, shut the door, and make sure we're through. Long ball by Koke. Lukaku's going to give it a chase to him. Ferencik gets it back. Let's just keep the ball on the ground here. Let's just keep it on the ground. We're a good passing team. We're very good at retaining possession. That's what we need to do now. Just try and kill some clock as well. But Mauri just said, sod that. I'm launching it long. As Bakayoko gets onto the ball. And Atletico Madrid will get away. Can you imagine if I was saying that on a touchline? Keep it on the ground, lads. Keep it on the ground. And Guiliano thinks, nah, forget that. Long ball forward. Surrenders possession. Now as Correa finds Angel down the right-hand side. A chance for our visitors. Work back in towards Angel Correa. Dobby dispossesses him though. And we shall get the danger away. With McKennie to Timon. And now Menji on the ball. Releases Benker down left-hand side. Lots of work to do here, Julian. He'll need to do it himself. Oh, he has done it himself. Julian Benker with his 2nd goal of the game. An assist for Menji. That's why he started tonight. I knew he'd do something good. And the El Salvador winger gets the assist as Julian Benker latches onto a through ball and turns it over a tight angle. 16 minutes after the restart, we scored 3 goals, and I think we're through now. What a brilliant second half display. Although Atletico Madrid still can force extra time. If they get the 2 goals, they'll do just that. They've only got 3 minutes on the clock, so they'll need a goal quickly. But as we had the ball back down on the ground now, Daniel off the bench finds O'Reilly. If we get a 4th goal, it certainly is. Good night, Atletico. Daniel to O'Reilly, into Julian Benker, chasing Patrick, finds Pingu, also off the bench. He crosses, and Menji is there. And Menji makes it 4-0. I really like this guy, man. I don't want to sell him. I need to let him go for first team football. He deserves it. He deserves it. But whenever he plays in a big game, he performs. He's got an assist and our goal as well. Benga to Pingu with the cross. Menji to finish. 4-0. And we're into the quarterfinals. What a performance at Craven Cottage. I so badly wanted this to be the first Champions League game ever at the Den, because what a performance. But Atletico have got a goal to at least get a consolation. But to be fair, there is a minute left and they get 2 more goals, then they'll be going through on the away goal ruling. I don't think, so I skip the replay there, I don't think that they'll be able to do that on time. But you never know. Correa through to Romelu Lukaku. Lovely ball to define Bakayoko at the far post. And a great finish past Rulli makes it 4-1 and 6-4 over 2 legs. So what a brilliant tie this has been. We thought it would be a good tie. It certainly hasn't disappointed. I've not made 3 subs in a game for I think the first time in about 10 years playing Football Manager. And are you guys the same as me? Like there's certain things you always do in FM. I pretty much always make 3 available subs every single game. But we're going to get the win regardless. There's 17 seconds, 16 seconds of normal time, stoppage time to play. And that is it. We are through to the Champions League quarterfinals. The ball wants to reach the first knockout round. We did just that. We got for our group. We topped it. And now to beat Atletico as well in the round of 16. That is a brilliant, brilliant result. We knew it would be tough. The first leg we lost, but the second leg, what a performance. 4-1 the final score. And that's it. Here we go. Champions League quarterfinals. We are in to the next stage and the last stage of Champions League. Get in. I don't think the draw is this week because there's still round of 16 ties to be played next Tuesday. Yeah, it won't be. It'll be Thursday. No, Friday? Yeah, Friday, there we go. Friday the 19th. So, yeah, I was going to say we'll do the Champions League draw, but instead it's going to come on the Friday. Well, actually, we might... Do you know... No... yeah, okay. What kind of noise was that? Yeah, we will. We'll do the Champions League draw to Wednesday's episode off then. We'll play the Man City game, and then we'll do the draw to Wednesday's episode off as well. And it was the Den. We did play... How? What? I don't understand. We did play the game at the Den. Because it says 30,000 attendance. What? I'm really confused. I'm genuinely... Yeah. So why in the pre-match game did it say... Now it's saying the Den for all of that. No. Next one's the Den. That one's Craven Cottage. That's Craven Cottage. I'm baffled. Are we playing at the Den or... I don't even know anymore. Anyway, we got a youth intake and a new academy batch as well. And it seems like Jake Johnson stands out as one of the better players from this year's youth intake. And he looks not great, to say the very least. And there we go. So there's our new youth intake. And I've said this about 1,000 times now. If you get one good enough player to make your first 11 squad in FM save, that's good enough. That should be considered success. I don't have that much luck with academy players. Webster is the best player I've ever had. I'll never get another Clinton Webster, ever. So moving on to our second and final game today's episode then, taking on Manchester City here at the Den, I assume, in a third versus first clash, and a massive one right now in the race for not just a title, but for a top 4 place in the Premier League as well. So we beat Manchester United, we lost to Chelsea, we beat Atletico Madrid. Can we beat Manchester City and hopefully get a win here against a side who we often struggle against? So this will be our team for the game then, going back to our 4-2-4 we normally play in the league, and this will be our lineup as well. Petkovic back in goal, back for retirement. Allsop, Ferencik and Ranieri with McKennie and Paolo the CMs. Menji continues to start after being in a very good run of form in, well, just the past couple of games he's played for us, playing very well on left-hand side. Webster on the right, and up top together Benka and Marek as well. And on the bench, Rulli, Daniel, Pingu, Dobby, O'Reilly, Louise, and Kabaki as well. So second game, Manchester City. It's another big game. Let's get another big win. And this time it says we definitely are at the Den. So that clears up any confusion for this one then. I don't actually understand like why it said Craven Cottage at first if we definitely did play the game at the Den. I'm pretty sure even in the pre-match info section it said we were playing at Craven Cottage as well. Just bizarre, really. But anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's a second and final game. And again, a big game here because I said in the last episode I'm trying to downplay any title contention talk. But big enough just in general for us to try and stay in the top 4 as Leroy Sané puts one just wide at the post. Because of how tight it is right now, we could finish anywhere from 1st to 6th, realistically speaking. And I just want to make sure we stay in these Champions League places. I don't care if we don't win the title this season. We're not supposed to be in a title race. I just want to stay in this top 4. But as Baggio gets up and underway for Manchester City, a good chance here for the visitors. He crossed the middle. Moonen's in there, off the crossbar, and Allsop gets it away. So bright start by the visitors, still 0-0. Our first highlight might fall here. Menji finds Benka. We have lots of work to do here. And he cuts inside and shoots and puts it way wide the post. I love those sort of highlights there because I play with key highlights on, not extended. I always think to myself, was that a key highlight? Like, don't get me wrong, the movement was okay, but the finish was so wayward. Not even sure it was worth reporting, really. But anyway, still 0-0, half an hour in. And as Menji's off the pitch right now, we're temporarily reduced to 10 men. But he's back on, and as we're still tied at 0-0, he's going to receive that long ball there by Petkovic, and maybe a chance here for us to build something from the back. Timon launched it long. Benka beats his man to the ball. He's in behind, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Golden chance for Julian, just couldn't take it, as Vink makes the stop and prevents us from going 1-0 up. Still 0-0, but a couple of chances there for Benka. Got the first one off target, second one on target, but sadly still no goals for us. We ran right in midweek against Atletico. We need to show that sort of finishing touch that we showed against the Spaniards here if we're to get the win in this game. And as Maiga is tackled by McKennie, great work by Weston. We'll get it back with Ranieri and pass out from the back. Come on. Oh, Ferencik. Oh, you lucky, lucky boy. As Petkovic just capitalises on the fact he had a better starting position there. and gets to the loose ball. God, my heart was racing a bit then. But as Maiga's on the ball, there is still a chance for our visitors. Leroy Sané gives it back to Maiga, finds a bit of space, goes for goal, plays it way over the bar. Lots of highlights in the first half, but no goals so far. Ferencvac through to McKennie. And the American... Kane off the post. I was going to say deep inside our own half there. Just needs to play it simple. And as Kane was let through by a howler from Weston, thankfully it's the woodwork and it's still 0-0. So many chances in this first half, but no goals thus far. So second half gets underway. Still deadlocked at 0-0. First highlight comes to the visitors though as Leroy Sané volleys one at goal. Paolo blocks it, but Manchester City gets straight back here. They've looked a better team. They've hit the woodwork twice. You expect them to take lead at some point. And maybe right now as Maiga's header goes just over the bar, I would definitely take the result. And a clean sheet would be a welcome sight as well. Still tied at 0-0. And I don't think we should make change to our tactics and push for a winger. I think half an hour to go. Just freshen things up in terms of personnel. And see if we can hold on to a point in a clean sheet. Which again, I'd definitely take. But here's Kluivert on the ball. And Justin Kluivert rolls it inside as now Maiga receives it. And out wide is Boateng, who takes a touch and whips it in. And Krajewski heads home. And the visitors do finally break the deadlock. It was coming. We've had some chances ourselves today, but they've been a better team. And they do take their deserved lead from the cross down left-hand side. Nicely worked goal as well. Out wide towards Boateng from Maiga. And Krajewski with the finish in the centre. Beats his man to the ball. Makes it 1-0. And City going from. Let's not throw in the towel just yet. Plenty of time to go. And again, we've created a couple of good chances. Just couldn't finish them. And as Webster gets on the ball, there's still time here. And Clinton's beat his man. Good chance of Webster to cross. In it goes. Alaba heads it away. But Ranieri's first to loose ball. And it's cleared away again. We're not giving up just yet. Time on the ball crossing to the middle. And Marek heads it just off target. 25 minutes to go. Plenty of time to get an equaliser. Just notice as well, City have gone down to 10 men. Because Krajewski, who's got them the game-winning goal, went off with an injury. And at that point, they've already made their 3 subs. As Ben's on the ball, one final chance. Kabaki receives it. Plays the right pass out wide towards Luiz. We need to whip in across. There it goes. Straight to Vink, though, with the easy catch. And that is going to do it. So, 10 men City will hold on to the 3 points. A big victory at the Den for them. It's the first time we taste defeat now at the Den since returning. And I'm very disappointed with that as well. We had a couple of chances, but just didn't take them. Ben had a very good one in the first half as well, which I expected him to tuck away. And in the end, it was just a 1 goal that separates the side. City extend their lead at the top of the table. And that's now 2 defeats in 2 in the Premier League as well. We are not playing very well at the moment in the league. Yes, we've been Manchester United. When you look at this right now, 1, 2, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5... It's 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 perhaps games in the Premier League where we failed to get the win. Just 1 win in 5 or 6. That's really poor. And that's why right now, as you can see, we're now 9 points behind City, who lead the league. I don't think with 8 games to go, we're going to mount a serious title challenge. It's just now about clinging on to a place in the top 4. And since Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs all have games in hand on us as well, there's a very good chance by the time we return the next episode, we'll be on the outside looking in. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series. Guys, big thank you for watching. Oh no, it won't, because we've got the Champions League draw. Let's do that to end the episode off instead. Almost forgot all about that, the Champions League draw. But, Burnley, well done. Oh, Wolves, well done. Excellent stuff. So at least we've seen a couple of results go in our favour there with those 2 teams slipping up. Spurs have got the gap to just goal difference, though, and Chelsea play tomorrow. So, yeah, we're still in there, but only just. So here we go then, about to dive into the Champions League quarter-final draw. Bust out the theme tune as we take a look at who's going to be in the hat for the final 8 then. As you can see, all 5 English teams are still remaining. Arsenal, City, us, Chelsea and Manchester United. And the other 3 teams are Real Madrid, Benfica and RB Leipzig. So it's guaranteed to be at least one all-English affair in the quarterfinals. And let's see who will be taking on in the last 8. So I'm hoping for an RB Leipzig or Benfica affair. But of course, he did get knocked out by Benfica in the Europa League 2 years ago. Anyway, let's just do it. Let's find out who we got then. So, first draw is Arsenal versus Benfica. Second draw is Real Madrid versus Millwall. Of all the teams we wanted to avoid. Brilliant. It's Real Madrid, RB Leipzig versus Manchester City, and Manchester United versus Chelsea will be the all-English affair then. And it's Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Brilliant. Excellent stuff. So, of all the teams to avoid, I think it's pretty clear that was the one we definitely wanted to avoid. And it's a Real Madrid over 2 legs. Right now, top of La Liga. They've won it the past 5 years. And they're 11 points clear, so they can rest all their players in the league to face us over 2 legs. And of course, they've got an absolutely incredible squad, even this far into the game as well. And the goalkeeper they've got as well, Di Girolamo. Wow, he looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't he? But yeah, excellent, brilliant. Real Madrid, Champions League quarterfinals. Good luck. So that went in today's episode then of the Football Manager series, guys. Big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like. Likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And read out channel that as well. And we will return, of course, with the first leg against Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu. And I think what we'll do actually is we'll play both of those legs in the next episode. And we'll either play the Watford game, or we'll just sort of I'll just show you the highlights and then do the second leg as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome weekend. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the Champions League quarterfinal tie against Real Madrid in the very next episode. Fantastic. Bye.